Rebecca Benningfield, and it is day number 5 of me sharing information about how we have a binary twin solar system, and I'm not going to back down until this information goes viral because it absolutely deserves to be known by everybody. The fact that there is multiple other planets at this time passing very close by Earth, and you would say, oh, that's impossible because gravity won't allow it. The truth be known, it's actually an electrical universe, not gravitational. So planetary objects, close ones at that, push themselves away before they would ever be drawn to each other. Now that we got that cleared up, let's talk about this video. Each of the planets and the moons in the binary solar system that's here right now, passing just outside Earth's atmosphere, they each have their own atmospheres and their own clouds. And that is why we're seeing clouds like this that we have never seen before. Look at the perfectly rounded shape at that. Like I said, that is one of the moons in the binary solar system. And those particular clouds belong to the atmosphere of that particular moon. Okay? And again, look how rounded it is. Look how dark it is. It's dark because we're seeing the shadow that object that is passing between Earth and our suns. There's 2 suns, and I'll share more about that in future videos. But yeah, that's why it's dark right there. It's very shadowed and curved, all of the above. Here's another drawing by Samuel Hofman, and he is the person that discovered the binary system and then later disclosed this information 30 years later, in fact, after he had to set out a non-disclosure agreement for discovering it in the first place. So if that doesn't tell you something about it being legit, I don't know what does, because they don't come after people with non-disclosure agreements for nothing, especially if they're wrong. Okay, and here is another video of Atu's moon and its signature downward pointed effect that we see repetitive all around the world. This is one of the more common captures, I would say, that people take pictures of because it stands out quite so much. You know, when you have a perfect V or a U shape in the sky with these vertical lines going up and down, it's the big vertical lines that are the moons and planets, and it's the horizontal lines like you see there on the left hand edge are coming from the asteroids. Yeah, this is what a close passing moon looks like. It's very similar to Saturn's moon, and I'll show you that next. Okay, so now let's move over to the right side of our suns and see what's going on over there. And what we have in that location is a planet called Saturn, and in front of Saturn is its moon. We call it the yellow moon. I love this video. It has a great example of showing the rotation that all of these planetary objects are making, all of them as they are moving around Earth. They're all rotating like this, so it's quite fascinating. Be on the lookout because they're so repetitive. It's every day basically. Okay, so here is a still photo just also showing the vertical striped effect to the right side of the sun that we just saw in that video. This is super similar, almost identical feature happening to somebody else somewhere else, just showing that it's the same spot of the sky, the same clouds, the same effect. You get the point. Here's another photo showing again the vertical striping effect from the yellow moon, always to the right side of our sun. Sometimes it's more dramatic than others, but that's pretty dramatic. Again, very, very similar to the drawing from Sam, the vertical striping, right side of the suns. This one also shows striping as well as a noticeable curve, so that, you know, curve going across the sky, that's where the separation is between the atmosphere of the yellow moon and Earth's atmosphere. But that whole curve where, you know, the clouds are, it's not just clouds. I know it looks like clouds. I get that. They are clouds, but they're clouds from another planetary object. And that's so close that we can just sit here and look at it. Okay, so more vertical striping, right side of the suns. There's no shortage in examples. Okay, one more of the vertical striping. I have, like I said, no shortage of examples, but vertical striping right side of the sun's highly repetitive. Okay, let's look at one more capture here, and this is specifically when a planet is passing directly above our suns, and that's what is happening here. There is a planet, and you can look how green it is. That's a planet called Nepicity, and it's passing directly above the suns, just like that, clipping into the sunlight. And like we saw in the previous videos of the rotation these planets have, so you could imagine as it's rotating by and clipping in front of the sunlight, the flickering will happen, and that's what's going on in this video. This is why they have a sun simulator idea floating around out there, patent and all. All of the effects are undeniable, visible worldwide. Thousands of people are following this information. It's not just me sitting there thinking about all of this stuff and dreaming it up. Not at all, because many people are also seeing this all around the world, and we have been documenting that for 16 years now. Okay, so I didn't have any pictures of Nepicity above the suns handy, because that's an older video, but I do have some images of the planet Saru directly above our suns. And I like to show you those just to give you a visual of, what that looks like. And again, you can obviously see the perfect curve. It's undeniable, guys. There's just a planet right there. Okay, and again, another perfect curve for the planet Saru. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that we're able to see it and everything is still holding together as it is. Okay, and another one. Again, amazing, beautiful, perfect curve. It's unbelievable, fascinating. I love it. As you can see, I'm obsessed. Okay, so here is a little bit different effect that we're seeing with Saru, and we're seeing its little striped fingers. If you look, especially there on the left side, how we got these little vertical notches going across the cloud there. That's not any kind of man-made effect. Those are clouds from Saru. The whole blue area is the atmosphere of Saru. It's just that close. We're just seeing the sky of another planet, basically. Their sky becomes our sky. And this one is pretty similar. It has the little vertical lines going across the sky, the same color of blue. Okay, and one more picture of Saru, and this is very similar to the video we just saw. And if this was a moving time-lapse picture, you would see flickering for sure. So we have a big, perfect curve, dark blue sky, the shadow of the planet that is clipping into the sunlight, causing that distortion to happen. It's not a simulator, guys. It's just not. We have planets all around us, and they're butting into the sunlight. Okay, so that concludes episode number 5 of Until We Go Viral, and I want to invite you to our show this Saturday and every Saturday at 3 o'clock Central on our YouTube channel, Nibiru Followers Anonymous, and of course it's the Citizen Science Podcast that features Samuel Hofman sharing this information as only he knows it, so I would love to see you there. Otherwise, stay tuned. I'll see you all tomorrow for day number 6.